This is for the man that is looking for support this week. I know exactly what you're feeling because I'm feeling it myself. Working with 35 patients, not to mention my clients, my family, my fiance, our two-year-old daughter, just showing up for life in general. I've been going through so many different emotions these last couple of weeks. This is one of the first times that I've actually got to just sit down and feel what I'm going through. And I want to share it with you guys because I know what it's like to show up as a man and provide and support, but still have your own internal battles. And for me this week, I was really tested and I gave in. And I'm not happy with my behavior and how I showed up. But what I understand differently about myself now is when I'm triggered versus how I was triggered in similar situations 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I would spiral and crash out. We're talking about blackout, alcohol, drunk, getting into addiction with drugs and other things. And I had no idea that I was reacting out of my emotional impulsivity based on what I have experienced or went through in my childhood. From being sexually abused to seeing my father put his hands on my mother. I've realized how those things had created some type of attachment internally inside of me. And when that attachment wasn't met, I would get triggered. But now that I've been working on myself and I'm able to identify these things, I understand tools and resources that can help me and also the people that I get to work with when they get triggered, not to react, but to understand, to implement particular things to move forward. And this week I found me doing that, my best, to implement creating space, doing different things, regulating my breath. And sometimes we're just really challenged and none of those things seem to work at those particular moments. I thank God that even though I live in Mexico City right now and I don't have that social communication like I would if I was someplace like California where I grew up, but I thank God that he's put healthy men in my life. I thank God that he's put men in my life that I can reach out to when I'm not feeling 100, when I'm not feeling grounded or stable. I thank God that he surrounded me with men that also trust me enough that I don't have to be perfect. And I can come to them with vulnerability. That takes courage, man. Because here I am in the world coming up as a leader, a mentor, someone who can help other people get out of their situations. And a lot of times that's falsified because everybody on social media is living a picture-perfect lifestyle. In this video right here, I'm letting you know that's not me. I am learning as I go when it comes to being the best version of myself. And the amazing thing about that is through trial and error, through following God, and my experience as a psychotherapist, my experience in life in general, I see how my life is cultivating. I see how my life is growing. The people in my life love me, and I get to love them back. Most importantly, they love me for who I am. You know, I'm heterosexual 100, but it's like a coming out of the closet moment where I can just be my fucking self and still be loved. Like as a child and wanting to fit in with the world and the trends and all of these different things, I just wanted to be loved. I wanted to be accepted because I didn't feel that internally. So I was projecting that on the outside and I would do things that wasn't me to get that feeling of being accepted. But what I understand now about wanting to be accepted is the more I'm looking for others to accept me, I'm actually rejecting myself. So through self-love, through grace, there's a scripture, I'm not an expert in the Bible, but it goes, forgive them, Father, for they not know what they do. Now I'm talking to myself. I'm working on continuing to forgive myself for the things I did in my past because I did not know who I was then, who I am now. That's allowing me self-forgiveness. That's allowing me grace. And through that self-forgiveness and grace, it's allowing me discipline and consistency because I'm now showing up for myself. I'm no longer showing up to the labels and titles and expectations of others. Now, if you're feeling this, if something is hitting, this is not regulating, but if something is like internally, like you're connecting with this, I created a scorecard, 10 questions. It's going to take you about 2 minutes. And this scorecard is going to let you know where it comes to your internal regulation. If you're inconsistent, if you're dysregulated, It's going to let you know what you're dealing with now and also give you implementation tools and resources on how to come out of that. And if you want to take that to the next level, I created the Regulated Mind. It's a workbook and digital course that's going to teach you with me the things that help me overcome, the things that are helping the men that I work with overcome, and how we're all building legacy through courage, vulnerability, truth, and strength. That type of honor. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, I want you to go to go.guidancewithgreg.com. Take the scorecard. After you take the scorecard, you'll be offered an invitation for the Regulated Mind digital course. If you have any questions, I'm right here. You can see my follower count. I don't have that many. So you can DM me. It's not going to be an automation. It's going to be me responding back to you. Take care. God bless. You got support.